We had a regulator, an entrepreneur, and a deregulator, essentially, having an intense argument about the future of the electricity sector. You know, one of the key takeaways was that disruption is coming, whether the companies and the regulators want it or not. And so we all need to be attentive, and the next president needs to be attentive to thoughtfully managing that transition rather than having it happen to us, rather than having it imposed on us in some very disruptive way.
The 100-year-old model of state by state by state needs to be rethought through. And that may happen on the back of a lawsuit. I don't think it'll be against ExxonMobil. I think it may be challenging the Interstate Commerce Clause and the idea that I can't send electrons from Nevada into California based on a solar guy across the border. You know, if my house is 2 houses down at Lake Tahoe, you know, I can't send it across the border because the 2 different states disagree on the fungibility of that clean, cost-effective electron.
And folks, this is a smaller change than the move of the old wireline telephone companies from being fixed-line companies to mobile companies.
If we want to meet our 2030 and 2050 goals, electric fuels have to begin to displace the gas and the petroleum industry in daily life in California.
I think another key takeaway was, the second key takeaway for me was the need to rethink the social compact that lies at the heart of electricity and energy access.
We need to talk about not blaming people because they used to dig up coal for a living or they built businesses that burned coal.
We're going to have to move from regulators that are in symbiotic relationships with the legacy purveyors, the utilities, and saying, how do we sort of protect your interest to have the last throes of the 20th century's best social compact? And they're going to have to jump ahead and say, what is the 21st century social compact with the inevitability of these new devices?
We subsidize the move to clean energy for the rich, and we do it on the backs of the poor. That is something that needs to change.
We need to be thinking clearly about a new paradigm for creating social justice in access to energy in the 21st century.